I'm actually probably attempting to melt into the crowd.
Stealth.
Yeah, just keeping my eyes peeled. I'm not trying to hide from anybody in particular, but I'm not trying to stand out at all.
Do a little stealth. And it's a little hard for an elf to not stick out in an orc crowd. And you are looking for?
I am looking for anybody who is bearing the Anarchy symbol or Anarchy himself.
Okay.
3.
There are several people that will bear the Anarchy symbol.
3 for myself.
You will slip into the crowd, whether or not you're unnoticed or not.
Yeah.
You can't truly tell, but you're doing your damnedest.
Yeah.
I should probably roll a stealth too.
Go ahead.
For setting up my sniper spot.
And you're on the upper level?
Yep.
You do see several people with that symbol. They don't look terribly out of the ordinary, but they're like armbands with the A and O.
Is it like the Alpha and Omega ANO?
Not really.
Damn it. I was gonna be like, man, I got that tattoo, yo.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so like these guys just look like punk followers.
Kind of.
Did they talk about if he's...
They're like, oh my god, I hope he's here today.
Oh, so they don't even know, so I'm gonna move on. Yeah, so once I kind of do like a couple laps...
I am the wall.
Damn, son.
10 hits, and I'm wearing a ghillie suit, which means you have a -6 to see me. It's a tarp that's kind of modified a little bit.
I was gonna say, ghillie suit? You look like a bush indoors?
No, but it's just to break my form up, so that I don't look like tree cancer.
You wear a chamomile line type sort of thing. Like it's camouflage with the setting.
You look like you're a bunch of boxes.
Yep.
You look like debris.
Alright, so once I did like a lap around and I didn't really see or hear anything, I will join my associate at his seat and just kind of keep an ear out for any commotions.
There are several speakers on Human's Rights. A couple elves, mostly orcs. They're talking about the struggles of the modern day.
Yep.
Until the evening.
God, you were there all day? Jesus.
You were there all fucking day.
He just texts Artemis, I'm sorry.
When it gets to around 5, I'm antsy. I'm gonna start. What does all these boots have? Can I steal something? What can I do here?
It's a roll palming.
4.
You can steal a guy's wallet.
Yay.
You're all sitting, waiting for the next speaker. No one, like, expands on who it's gonna be, and the lights cut. There's immediately a hubbub of the crowd around you, those of you who are sitting in your seats. And then the lights come on, but it's red. And it comes from the backlighting of the stage coming towards the audience, so you can't make out the physical features of those on stage. There's a shadowy, larger figure in a large coat that stands upon the stage itself.
Oh god.
Get ready, fam.
He has a script and it's half a page long.
Not wrong.
Make sure you speak loudly and enunciate.
Yes. I am Anarchy. I suppose you came here, the most of you, to see what I looked like. I suppose some of you expected to see me with a bomb in one hand and a lit match in the other. I suppose you may be disappointed. And you should be. You deserve to be. I do not seek destruction. I seek freedom. Now, at this point, that the figure on the stage that declares to be Anarchy has given himself away, what are each of you doing?
I'm readying my bow because it's dark, right?
It is dark.
And I have contact lenses that let me see in the dark.
Okay.
I have the ones that zoom in too. So
it is dark, but very red. So, like, if you're wearing night vision, it's still gonna be bright as fuck.
Okay.
Like, it's gonna hurt your eyes because there is a light shining towards you.
Okay. Then I'll turn that aspect off because they're the kind that you can do that. But I'll start trying to figure out, maybe with a perception, if it. I'm assuming this is a decoy.
Okay.
So I want to see, does it seem to be moving or breathing?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't move around the stage.
Can we see his face clearly at all?
Absolutely not.
I'll try to see if
It is
he's
heated.
talking. Only one hit.
I mean, it's heated. You can't tell if it's specifically what's talking, because you wouldn't be able to see that with thermals.
Apollo's just gonna kick back and listen until the lights come up and he can actually see if this fool is Anarchy or not.
Okay.
I mean, we're in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, unless we're gonna rush the stage, we
Yeah.
have two sharpshooters
Yeah,
positioned. Like
Apollo's part of the mission was everything up to this. He's just sitting back and gonna watch the show.
Yeah, he doesn't have long range weapons.
The crowd
there was...
straight up erupts into applause at this point.
I'm sorry, my stuff's not night vision. It's thermo. It's
Okay,
thermo.
so
So,
you see heat.
okay.
So you see him as a
Did you
heated
just see that
structure.
at the same time?
Did you both just golf clap the same time?
For what? For what?
With the crowd. As
Yeah,
the
the
crowd
crowd
erupts.
is erupting and we're just...
Nice.
Maybe you could get backstage and see if he's back there with the lights off?
Sure. Let me excuse myself, and I will see about kind of moving through the crowd. I don't know what security's going to do, but I'm going to see if I can move through the crowd, and if I can get to a point where I can get low enough, then yeah, maybe I can ink and just get behind the
Roll
stage.
stealth. So you move towards the front of the stage. You basically get up from your seat and start pulling through the crowd, which is already standing. It is not news to anyone when I say that we are treated poorly. We are treated as second-class citizens. We are passed up for jobs. We are attacked by the police. And whenever an orc pulls himself from the wreckage that humanity made for us, or whenever an orc succeeds where humanity would have us fail, he is struck down by the government. This cannot be made more obvious than in the wake of the meta-human massacre.
That was against elves, mostly.
Still meta-humans.
Yeah.
So he is moving about on stage and giving this speech.
Okay, so he's emoting properly.
Absolutely.
Okay, so storyteller is storyteller. How good is he at this?
Very good.
I'll give him props.
I'm gonna scan. I'm gonna scan the stage just for a minute and see if I can see any heat signatures around it or behind him that weren't necessarily where I saw people before.
Roll perception. There's nothing on stage with him that you would see as a heat signature.
I mean, is there a chance to get hidden in here?
It's dark. So yes, I would say if you gooped,
Yeah.
you may be able to get behind the stage. Being as a humanoid, probably not so
No, because that
much.
was my intent with the 6, was to just kind of cut through the crowd casually, and then once I was kind of off to the side, to goop behind the
Okay,
stage.
yeah, just roll your stealth for goop.
5.
Okay. You'll be able to goop around stage. So you're in like the back behind the curtain type deal.
Yeah.
You do see like a lot of orcs, but you need a lot of people behind the stage to get things to run right. That being said, roll perception.
5.
You do see at least 4 orcs that are armed
Okay.
with assault rifles.
Alright.
Kind of standing off on either end of the stage where the curtain cuts, just in case. Sort of a pseudo bodyguard mentality.
Okay. I would say maybe I slip into one of those trap doors that
Okay.
Apollo found while he was doing his investigation that I'm guessing he would have showed us on the map.
So you're under the stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I would comm this back to them. Because I can't comm while I'm goop.
Right.
So I would let them know what I saw.
Okay. So he says that while he cannot identify any of the figures on or behind the stage, there are at least 4 orcs amongst the rest of the normal orcs that would be doing like stagehand things. There are at least 4 with assault rifles equipped.
Was I able to see if they had the
They'll have,
Anorcy patch?
they'll have black bands, but because of the lighting, you can't make out any sort of identification.
Alright.
Do it.
So I'm trying to identify if this is his entourage.
one of the only movies that Artemis and Apollo watched as children was The Wizard of Oz. And
The man behind the curtain.
Artemis is convinced this is a man behind the curtain
So
situation.
you literally want to check behind the curtain.
Yes.
All right. Then.
But also, she would just naturally be moving forward. So I guess I would have mentioned that to you. If you can get there faster, yeah, but she's still going to be trying to make her way up there.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Through my investigations and my mapping out of the building, did I see where the light controls were?
Remember, you have to get through there through the backstage area. There's like a staircase that leads up into the catwalks, and from there it leads to the area with the lighting, which is actually kind of more or less above where Thick is stationed.
Hey, Sissy.
Oh, it's above me?
You get like a glance back at you. But she's in what she thinks is stealth mode. With how poorly I rolled, I honestly think she's in the hunt and not really thinking too well. So she might actually be slightly comically bouncing off of orcs.
You are.
You get a glance back though that you would know to mean like I'm listening.
And he'd explain, why don't we shed some light on
Shed some light on their situation.
Shed some light on this motherfucker. He'd direct you to where the lights are. I can't tell you a good goddamn how to work them, but I trust you.
I know how to work lights.
Oh!
I thought you only know how to fix them.
Yeah, well, they're out, so I'd have to fix them back on.
Is that how we're doing
Plus
this?
+2 for photographic memory.
Do we really want the lights turned all the way up when we have Black Sun here?
He's under the stage, and with the lights on, we can actually see this motherfucker.
I got thermals. I can see them. We
Well,
can't
no,
tell
we
who
can't
it is.
see
See that well in thermals.
Well-
Thermals can't help you identify when you light.
No,
Were we going
no,
to
I'm
turn
just
the
saying,
lights back
I can see
on
enough to shoot him.
to identify him, or were we just going to shoot him? Like, which way are we going?
I say,
I mean, everybody seems really hesitant to shoot him until we can ID this motherfucker, and that's why I brought up the lights.
that's
That's
very
a good
true.
idea.
That's very true. If we're gonna keep balking at shooting him, we gotta turn on the lights. So if we're not gonna shoot him right now, let's turn these lights on.
All right, so you said it's behind the stage, up the catwalk, and then it's back across. Then that's 6.
6 on first? Okay.
Yep, on the first stealth.
You can goop through the darkness past the pair of orcs closest to where you were at that had the assault rifles.
Okay.
The second stealth would be getting past the second 2, and then up the catwalk you go. I assume you pool around at their feet where they're not actually looking. They're more entranced by the speech itself.
So that's 7 to then sneak past the other 2.
Many of you are aware of the attempt to turn me into a straw man via the Horizon movie that was produced, taking place in Seattle.
Okay.
Okay, I do have. Never mind. I do have
crowd
navigation.
really loudly. Sorry, the passion got caught in my throat there. Bring it home, brother.
Yeah, the passion.
I mean, that's 2 for navigation.
I mean, I'm sure.
I was about to say I could edge it, but I mean, I'm hanging up there in like the rafters. If I get turned around, I just turn back around.
Yeah.
And
And I'm sure you're being instructed at the same time.
yeah, like no.
I'm just okay. No, take a left. No, my left. No, my left.
Roll
Okay, do you
instruction.
know your left?
Did you just drip on me?
Wow. Okay.
2.
Wah, wah.
So you shave a minute or 2
Yeah,
off of my attempts to find the.
I'm distracted by the beautiful lady orc. He catches a glance of her and he's like, "Yeah, no, you're doing great, kid. Just that's the direction that you need." Hey, look, how you doing?
There's a
So-
sigh on the other line as I know that, hey.
So what do I get to once I actually arrive there? What am I looking
It's
at?
like it's a small room, which you could just goop under the door, I'm sure. There's a pair of frantic orcs just kind of like, we don't know what to do, because they don't look like this was planned.
Mm.
As they're trying to, they're hitting switches and trying to get lights on.